Hey, how's it going, guys? This is the Keenest Fox here. This is my channel where I talk about anime, video games, cartoons, most notably Sonic and Ninja Turtles. And today I'm going to actually talk a little bit about Sonic, or more specifically, I'm going to be talking about Rouge the Bat. So, if you haven't read the title of the video, this is going to be a video talking about Rouge's best moments versus just playing it back to back. Obviously, I can't share a lot of stuff, like from let's say Sonic X, for example, because copyright. But I'll just stick to just screenshots and showing scenes from like game cutscenes and stuff because I don't think I obviously can't get in trouble for that. So yeah. So first, I'm going to talk about like some of the worst things about Rouge the Bat in terms of like how I just don't like how the character's written, and then I'll go into the more like positive and stuff later. But right now, I'm going to just talk about the bad first, and then we're going to get to the good. All right. So the first bad moment of Rouge, to me at least, I think Rouge is actually characterized pretty good inside Sonic X and stuff. She had a pretty good relationship with Topaz and stuff, pretty good relationship with Shadow and whatnot. Like, Rouge was actually a pretty decent character inside Sonic X. But there was a few scenes where she might be a little bit out of character, like, for example, this one scene where she's shown rescuing Chris and stuff, and then basically Chris refused to give Rouge the Chaos Emerald, which is the whole reason why she saved him in the first place. So in retaliation or in response to that, basically Rouge drops Chris, almost letting him fall to his death. So yeah, I at least have to point this out. I feel like that's completely out of character for Rouge and stuff, and I'm just like, wow, that's pretty shitty. So there's that. Number two, I would say, is her character inside Sonic Battle is also pretty bad. I'm not really a huge fan of like how Rouge was like portrayed inside Sonic Battle and stuff. Because in Sonic Battle, basically, everyone like all the characters and stuff kind of have a purpose where they're all like teaching and they're all raising Emerald and stuff, who has the mind of a child. And basically, he's like learning and like just taking in things like a sponge and stuff. And basically, Rouge tries to train Emerald to be like the world's ultimate thief and stuff. And what I don't like about that is that Rouge basically like spends so much time trying to like train and abuse Emerald and stuff, kind of like Endeavor style, to try and train him to be the ultimate thief against his own wishes and stuff. And keep in mind, he kind of has the mind of a child, so yeah, that's kind of bad. But I guess in the end, I mean, Emerald does still have some respect for Rouge and stuff. He calls Rouge Mama Rouge and all that. So yeah, so that's another moment that I don't like of Rouge. Then my final take is Rouge inside the Archie comics. Now, my least favorite version of Rouge is from the pre-Genesis wave of Archie comics. Post-Genesis wave of Rouge, she's actually a pretty decent character, and I actually like her. But to be more specific, pre-Genesis wave Rouge, I do not like her as a character at all. Like, she's kind of comes off as like bitchy and stuff, and she almost like let Blaze's entire world die based off of like GUN's orders and stuff to obtain the soul emeralds and stuff. Like, Rouge did not care about Blaze's world being in danger at all, and it took Shadow and Omega to stand up against her to tell her, hey, look, yeah, you got to go through us if you want to get those soul emeralds and stuff, basically. Um, but yeah, but I was like, but what I like about Rouge is that Rouge is like the type where she comes off as like she's selfish and she's all about herself, but deep down she does have a big heart and she does care for other people, similar to Shadow. But like I said, in the Archie comics and these other two moments, obviously are not good examples of these, so that's why they're my least favorite moments of Rouge. All right, so what's my quick little opinion about Rouge as a character? I think Rouge is a pretty solid character and stuff. She was created by, of course, Yuji Yukawa and designed by him and stuff for Sonic Adventures 2, where, of course, her and Shadow were introduced and stuff. And ever since, yeah, Rouge has always been like one of the best female characters and stuff. I'll probably do a list of like best Sonic girls and stuff. So look forward to that, or I hope you're looking forward to that. But yeah, but basically, Rouge is like one of the best and most notable Sonic girls and stuff. Yeah, she gets a lot of traction because Rouge has a big breast. Such and such. I mean, okay, yeah. So what? Rouge got sex appeal. I mean, yeah, is Rouge hot? Yeah, she's got sex appeal. So what? I mean, there's plenty of other cartoon characters and stuff that has a lot of sex appeal. It's nothing, anything different, or it's nothing home like it's nothing to write home about. Basically, I honestly don't really care. But, anyways, but Rouge, outside of her sex appeal and her looks, Rouge is actually a pretty solid character and stuff. Like I said before, I like it when Rouge is like, she puts on this facade that she's selfish and she's all about herself, which she is at times. But deep down, she does care about other people and stuff, like her friends and stuff. And, like, yeah, that's just the type of person Rouge is. And she uses her, like, her treasure hunting skills and stuff, sometimes even to help out others. So, yeah, and I'll be talking about, like, some of her best moments and stuff. But, yeah. All right. First, I talked about the bad. Now I'm going to talk about the good. So I'm going to just tell you some of the what I consider to be some of Rouge's best moments and stuff. So I'll be like explaining it first, and then I'll play a clip of like the video and stuff or whatever from like the games, or show screenshots or whatever. Take your pick. But anyways, starting right off the bat, Rouge has beaten Amy about several times and stuff. Yeah, Amy Rose. Personally myself, Amy is like a lot more stronger and faster than Rouge, but for some reason, Rouge is always able to just beat Amy and stuff. I mean, and I can understand because Rouge has a better background when it comes to like martial arts and skills and stuff. But I mean, Amy's a speed type that's able to keep up with Sonic, and on top of that, she's really strong, obviously with her hammer. But still, yeah, I hate to point this out, but yeah, Rouge is beating Amy multiple times. We've seen this inside Sonic X, and we've seen this in Sonic Battle and stuff. And I think in Amy's chapter, which takes place a little bit later after Rouge's, I think they might have stalemated or something, which I guess shows you her improvement. But yeah, Rouge has pretty much beaten Amy most of the times that they have fought, as far as I'm aware, and it's come out as the winner. So that's the seventh best moment of Rouge the Bat. All right, number six. Um, So this isn't exactly a moment per se, but this is actually more so of an observation. So if you didn't know, Rouge is a very talented and very capable woman and stuff. Basically, Rouge has done it like pretty much Rouge is. We already know that Rouge is like one of the world's greatest treasure hunters and stuff, and on top of that, one of the world's greatest thieves. But also, outside of that, of course, we know that Rouge is a spy. What people probably don't know is that Rouge is actually a capable pilot and stuff. We've seen her fly like spaceships and stuff, which is actually pretty insane. But of course, she must have gotten this kind of training from GUN probably. But yeah, she's a pilot, hacker, businesswoman and stuff. If you actually play Sonic Battle, you would know that Rouge actually owns her own nightclub and stuff that kind of resembles a lot like Casino Park. But yeah, Rouge owns her own nightclub. So a lot of things. So just pointing that out that Rouge is very talented and stuff and has a lot of skills and trades and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Another one of Rouge's best moments is from Sonic Heroes. Inside Team Dark's ending, I thought, well, of course, Sonic Heroes is like one of my first Sonic games and stuff. Really awesome game. Definitely good for like introducing you to like the supporting characters and stuff, and a lot of like just pretty much majority of the main Sonic characters and stuff that we all know and love, like Team Chaotix, Team Dark, Team Rose, and of course Team Sonic. So yeah, but I think Team Dark had a pretty good ending in their story, where basically pretty much after defeating Dr. Eggman and stuff, Rouge kind of discovers a bunch of android shadows and stuff. Or shadow androids, sorry, I mixed that up. But yeah, shadow androids and stuff. And basically, she's hesitant on telling Shadow this because she thinks that Shadow's a shadow android. And then Omega comes in and just destroys it. But I like the fact that like Rouge is trying to protect Shadow and stuff because she doesn't want him to like, find out, or she doesn't want him to like, have like, doubts about himself. So I really like that. That's a pretty good touch to her character. So yeah, it shows you that she actually does have a heart and that she isn't, like ruthless or heartless or anything like that. But yeah.
Eggman target completely destroyed.
Now let's find that secret treasure.
Prepare to destroy immediate area.
Hey, Omega, did I ever tell you that Shadow is a robot and... Oh, never mind. Good luck.
You know about cloning. The original must exist somewhere.
All this for what? Nothing? I might as well go look for that Master Emerald, since that irritating echidna is here.
Some things never change.
What are you saying? What else is that famous treasure supposed to do?
Alright, so next up we have her ending from Sonic Adventures 2. So basically, we already know like what happens inside Sonic Adventures 2. Shadow pretty much, well, everybody presumes that Shadow had died trying to save the Earth and stuff by stopping the space colony arc and the final hazard and stuff from colliding with Earth and stuff. So in the end, when Sonic comes into the room and stuff to like tell everybody about Shadow and stuff, he gives Rouge the inhibitor ring and stuff, and then Sonic and Rouge just trail off having a conversation about whether or not, like, you know, what was Shadow's true purpose and all that stuff. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I thought that was a really good characterization right there. The music was great. Everything was very like deep and stuff, you know. So yeah.
Where is Shadow? Do you really think that the professor created him, Shadow, to carry out the revenge on all those who live here on Earth?
He was what he was, a brave and heroic hedgehog who gave his life to save this planet. Shadow the Hedgehog.
I guess you're right.
Another one of Rouge's finer moments is the fact that Rouge actually helped form Team Dark, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't realize this, but yeah, Rouge actually was the one that formed Team Dark. If you look back at Sonic Heroes and stuff, in Sonic Heroes, we already know who Team Dark is. The original Team Dark was back inside Sonic Adventures 2 with Shadow, Rouge, and Dr. Eggman. But obviously, since Dr. Eggman isn't exactly a good guy, and he wasn't one of the playable characters in this game, of course, you know, Team Dark, they have E123 Omega and stuff. So basically, the three of them form Team Dark and stuff, just out of, you know, like, just mutual benefit and stuff. Like, Rouge pops up to Eggman's facility, wanted to steal some of his treasures. Then she finds that Shadow's still alive and was surprised, like, wait, Shadow? And then basically Omega starts blasting because he was supposed to be guarding the room. So pretty much Rouge gets through to both Shadow and Omega, who was ready to kill each other if Rouge had to intervene, basically. And basically comes to an understanding that since Omega doesn't like being, you know, just on guard duty when he could be doing so much more, being the last of the E series, by the way. And Shadow, you know, he wants some answers because, you know, dude has amnesia and stuff. So pretty much they all want to go after Eggman. They want Omega wants to eliminate Eggman when he wants to kill him. Shadow wants some answers, and Rouge just wants to steal from him, pretty much. So yeah, that's how Team Dark ended up getting formed. So yeah, and not to mention, like, Rouge is actually one of the most outgoing members of Team Dark, because Shadow, you know, is a little, he's Shadow. Shadow don't really be talking a whole lot, or he's not exactly the kind of guy for conversation. Omega likes to fight more so than he likes to talk or make you know, friendships and stuff. But yeah, that's Team Dark for you. So Rouge actually helped form Team Dark. That is, to me, probably her third best moment in the series.
This must be it. I found Eggman's secret treasure. Now I know what this is all about. You're mad at Eggman for sealing you in this room. And you can't remember anything, can you? Then it's settled. Now you two make up so we can start looking for Eggman together. Oh yeah, baby, this makes us a team.
Rouge's second best moment, well, basically she's Shadow's best friend. To me, that's actually Rouge's one of Rouge's best moments and stuff. I love her relationship with Shadow. I feel like her friendship with like Shadow and stuff is like very strong and stuff. It's probably one of the best and one of like the strongest friendships inside the Sonic series and stuff, outside of like Sonic and Tails, of course. But I would say that, I would definitely say that Rouge and Shadow's relationship definitely parallels Sonic and Tails in a way. Where, I mean, Sonic and Tails' relationship's more so of like a mentor kind of thing and a little brother, big brother kind of thing. Rouge and Shadow's relationship is almost similar to that too. Where Rouge acts like an older sister to Shadow and stuff, despite, Shadow being a little older. But still, like Rouge always looks out for Shadow and stuff, always tries to protect him and whatnot. And Shadow's always like looking after Rouge, and he has somebody to lean on and stuff, outside of, right. And he does actually see a little bit of Maria inside Rouge, even though Maria's a little bit more different than Rouge in comparison, but still, you can kind of see Maria in Rouge and stuff even. So that's one of Rouge's best moments, is that she's best friends with Shadow and stuff. I really loved how Rouge was portrayed inside Sonic 06 and stuff, where she was telling Shadow that even if the world were to turn against him and stuff, she would still stay by his side no matter what. Thought it was an amazing scene, very good voice acting and stuff, everything.
It's so unfair. Shadow's always here to defend the world. Despite that,
eventually, when something or someone is seen as too powerful, it is seen as a threat. And then the world becomes its enemy.
Shadow? Even if you believe everyone in the world will be against you, know that I'll always remain by your side. Remember that.
I will.
And finally, we have Rouge's number one best moment in the series. Pretty much, this is just my opinion, of course, but it's actually her friendship and relationship with Knuckles and stuff. Or the fact that Rouge had actually given up on pursuing the Master Emerald and stuff for Knuckles. So basically, if you know, in Sonic Adventures 2, Rouge was pretty much spending most of the story, obviously as a spy for G-Win and stuff. And then on the side, she was stealing Master Emerald shards and stuff, so that she can have the Master Emerald and Knuckles can't, basically. And then Knuckles and Rouge had a climactic fight about that whole thing. So during the fight, as we know, Knuckles ends up saving Rouge's life from almost falling into a whole vat of lava and stuff. And then pretty much the two share a moment, and then start they start getting all like, oh well, just acting all type of way. Some type of way to each other and stuff. But anyways, Rouge gives up the Master Emerald shards to Knuckles, and then pretty much just leaves it at that and starts developing some respect for each other. So I really do like that. That was a pretty good scene, and I always felt like that's been a little consistent so far. Even in Sonic Heroes and stuff, if a lot of people probably don't think so, I feel like if Rouge is saying that she's probably going after Master Emerald and stuff, she's probably just doing it to tease Knuckles, because there are some scenes inside, like let's say Sonic Heroes, right, and the ending where basically Knuckles is like seeing Sonic get chased off by Amy and stuff, and he's just sitting there laughing, talking about some things that never change, and Rouge is like pops up like right next to him, is like, well, I should probably get going to Angel Island and stuff, stealing the Master Emerald. You know, I feel like, yeah, Rouge is obviously trying to tease Knuckles and stuff about that. And then Knuckles chases after Rouge. So, yeah, I feel like Rouge isn't really serious about really stealing the Master Emerald away from Knuckles and stuff. At least not since, like, Sonic Adventures 2, really. But, yeah. But I always felt like, yeah, Rouge always respected Knuckles enough not to, like, you know. Right, and even in the comics, right, in the Archie comics, and I'm talking about the post-Genesis wave, I actually like that version of Rouge. That and IDW's version of Rouge more so than like pre-Genesis wave. I've already talked about this earlier. Don't like pre-Genesis wave Rouge at all. Post-Genesis Rouge is amazing. She's a great character. But in here, basically in post-Genesis, so basically Shadow and Knuckles had gotten into a fight, and Knuckles ended up having to destroy the Master Emerald to keep it away from Eclipse and stuff, one of the last members of the Black Arms and stuff. And Rouge was actually going around finding Master Emerald shards and stuff and collecting it for Knuckles, actually, not for herself. So Knuckles is like, I can sense the Master Emerald shards on you. You might want to just give it to me now. And Rouge is like, you know, I was actually just going to surprise you later with this. But Rouge actually did that for Knuckles and stuff. I actually thought that was pretty nice. So yeah, so deep down, the thing is, what I like about Rouge is that Rouge is a character that, like I said, she may come off as like, oh, well, she's, you know, yeah, that she may be all for herself and stuff, and that she don't really care about nobody else, but low-key, Rouge does actually have a heart full of gold and stuff. I like that about her. So those are some of my favorite moments from Rouge the Bat. Who knows, I might make a part 2 or something, but right now I'm just gonna keep it simple with this video and stuff. Tell me what you think down below. Do you have any other favorite moments of Rouge that I didn't mention in this video, or that I did mention? So yeah, let me know down below.
What are you babbling about? Call yourself a hunter, attacking a lady? Shame on you!
What kind of lady goes around stealing gems anyway?
Those belong to me! Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch me.
Is that how you say thanks to someone who just saved your life?
Saving my life. Don't think I owe you one. You just wanted to hold my hand, didn't you? That's why you saved me. You're such a creep.
This isn't a joke, you know. Think what you want, that girl. I was saving the Master Emerald.
No matter what you say, it sounds crazy.
What?
Fine, then just take them. They stink like echidnas do.
If that's what you thought, you should have given me them in the first place. Finally!
What?
I'm sorry if I hurt you.
We should get going.